Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. The Azure Seas of Nita. I am their Heizmeister, and this is episode 16 of From the Depths, the Quest for Nita campaign, Season 2, if you have not already noticed. I'm here in the designer, on board my flying dockyard. Yes, the one thing that I actually wanted to construct during the Great Helen campaign, which was in German, and I did not manage to finish it in time. And this is not the final form, oh no. I'd say it's about 80% completed. Yeah, this is a mobile dockyard, mostly meant to construct airships only, like this one here, and not really hold itself in battle. It has some basic defenses like torpedo launchers and missile launchers, as well as some simple weapons, anti-aircraft cannon, and it can deploy 2 Albatros biplanes once enemies have been detected. However, as I said, this is not a combat unit. It is mostly used in the campaign at some point in the future. So yeah, here's a bit of an update on what I'm doing right now, and let's go into the campaign. See how the conquest is going. And there we are, back in the campaign.
Moving now.
Now then, the situation is as follows. A steel shredder force has made its way down here and is currently
Moving now. Moving now.
well, trying to engage Task Force Jupiter, which is in turn
Moving now.
trying to capture some more terrain tiles. And my Phobos Aero Flotilla is being blockaded by a Palladium built by the Scarlet Dawn. And there seem to be a fission hovercraft incoming. The Palladium, as far as I know, is a satellite, spacecraft, and it is armed with lasers and looks like something straight out of the Mass Effect series. Okay then, how should I do this?
Moving now. Moving now.
Oh, what's this? Moving to location to defend. Well, isn't it just nice? Guess what I'm assaulting next?
Moving now.
Yes.
Listening. Moving out.
Air support squadron should move out of this area. And I'll
Listening.
move the Plan B. Yes, that sounds
Moving out.
mysterious, doesn't it? Plan B, moving south. So, let's deal with the Palladium, the Fission, and the Dark Star first.
Listening.
So, shall we do this? Yes, please. Stop.
Listening.
All my forces are in the air. Yeah, they do not spawn
Listening.
airborne. At least not automatically. You have to basically manually set them up every time. Alright, here we go. Let's do this. Yep. And we are in battle and being engaged by a Dark Star, the Scarlet Dawn resource gathering installation. I say installation though. Continuous lasers. It is more of a hovercraft. So then, let's see how my airships can deal with this one, or if they can deal with this one, because I have not equipped my airships with any smoke dispensers yet. I am a little bit hesitant to do so, as many of them rely on optic systems for target acquisition, and smoke loses its effectiveness when a unit is moving at a certain speed. Yeah, they seem to be able to deal with this one. Next to no damage. Very nice. I do hope that these Magellan Arrow frigates do not, well, fall down into the water. They had a habit of basically disabling their upwards thrusters in the Great Talents campaign, and they would oftentimes land in the water. This is something I do not want to happen, naturally. So, the Dark Star has been destroyed and basically has been sunk. And now the next target is... Come on. Let me see it. The Fission. I know this is supposed to be a hovercraft, but it doesn't seem to be hovering right now. Yeah, I see. Many jet engines, those don't work underwater. Oh, quite a shame. My guess is that it didn't spawn in as an airborne unit as well, and basically spawned in the water to begin with. No, don't ram each other there. So yeah, I guess next up should be the Palladium, a spacecraft. I wonder how my units will deal with this one. I've not built any dedicated anti-spacecraft units, so yeah, this should be interesting. The Z-14 laser artillery, constructed by JRG, is providing here some nice support. And although its lasers are significantly weaker when targeting things underwater, they still do some damage. And yep, there it is. The Palladium has been brought onto the battlefield. Let's have a look. Yep, a laser satellite, basically. That's what it is. And saying that, it looks like the Z-14 is taking some shots at it. Missiles impacting nicely. Although it is firing back. Oh yeah, it is indeed. One Magellan Arrow frigate, and apparently one of my airship prototypes is getting shot by this laser. Now, as far as I know, the Magellans do not have any chance of hitting this one, aside from using their missile armament. However, I guess thanks to the deployment of the Z-14, this foe has been dealt with. Yep, it's currently disintegrating and falling down from orbit. Well, or space, since it's not really orbiting, mind you. Still, a unit, it seems, where all the resources and the cost were put into an offensive laser and its power generation system. Quite straightforward, I would say. There we go. Battle finished. So, the situation is looking rather grim for the Scarlet Dawn.
Moving out.
Many of my forces have now moved into their territory, and basically we are laying siege to the Scarlet Dawn headquarter called the Scarlet Dawn. This is the Scarlet Dawn. Yeah. Alright then, where was I? Oh yeah. Right down here. I was trying to engage some Steel Strider forces with Task Force Jupiter, led by the battleship Cerberus, a unit built by Rasul. Okay. It's currently raining, fortunately. Let's see if we can stop that. Alright then, setup is complete and the rain has stopped, the seas are calm. So then, let's begin the battle, and first off are two units you probably haven't seen yet. Let me just pause the game here. This is the light missile cruiser Sagittarius, A very old design of mine. It still has this golden phoenix on the bow there. And the next one is a dedicated anti-aircraft heavy cruiser. This is still unnamed. Yeah, I need to apply a fresh coat of paint and give it a name. Alright then, let's see what we have. We have aircraft. Aircraft sighted. It's opening up. This looks like not a lynx. What is this? Ouch. Confetti it is. Although I think that isn't the proper designation. A resource installation. Yeah, the Revox materials factory. Not very well armed or armored, so this shouldn't be a problem. Oh yeah, by the way, the still nameless anti-aircraft cruiser does not have any means of engaging surface targets other than its rather meager torpedo armament. Here, 2 launchers on each broadside. And maybe its secondary casemates. Those guns here are only meant to shoot at aircraft, as well as those laser systems. So it's a very, very specialized unit in that regard. However, the Sagittarius missile cruiser does have a more diverse armament, mainly focusing on long-range missiles, a single gun, firing smoke shells, and some torpedoes. Yeah, pretty straightforward unit, I would say. Okay, the material factory has been defeated, and the next unit to enter the field is a cat shark. And something in the distance there that looks like a Scipio-class destroyer. Interesting, that looks like the cat shark is going for the AA cruiser. Quite fast little frigate. So, what's the Sagittarius doing? Just launching missiles. Some missiles. Yeah, and here are the heat torpedoes. Dealing with this foe quite nicely. Oh, okay then. This is a Typhoon. Yeah, I recognize this silhouette and this shape. This is the Typhoon submarine of the Steel Striders. I do have the Scipio destroyer on the field, and even my other cruisers do have some torpedoes, so this shouldn't be a problem. Or should it? I don't know. Yeah, after some heavy torpedo strikes, the Typhoon is practically dead in the water. It still has its missile armament though, so all is not lost just yet. And the Scipio has received some damage. As you can see here, there are multiple torpedoes closing in, though the Scipio itself is doing just fine. Well, it is somewhat of an expensive unit, not very efficient, rather impractical to be honest, but hey. I see the silhouette of a Typhoon submarine there, having surfaced. That is quite unfortunate, because now the Sagittarius's missile armament can basically target this one as well. If it wouldn't land in the water, that is. Yup. Down you go. And battle finished. So, next up should be a Victoria and a Sacrilego. Looks like I'm in trouble. The air support squadron that was accompanying basically Task Force Jupiter, has now been
Listening.
engaged by the Victoria, the Sacrilego, and this resource
Listening.
harvester. They are not equipped to deal with this one. They only have,
Listening.
what are those? 3 Alligator gunships and 2 Salamander anti-submarine helicopters. This is not enough to deal with this force. However, there's no way around it. I have to fight. So, torpedoes away from the Salamanders, and the Alligator gunships are closing in on their prey, which is
Engaging now.
the Victoria, a steel strider ship, armed to the teeth with various guns. Okay. 2 of them just exploded, but hey, I'll take it. So yeah, and in the meanwhile, the defensive armament of the Sacrilego is giving the Alligators a hard time, and they should not crash into each other. Thank you. Yeah, despite having lost its rotor blades, this Alligator gunship is being held aloft by a custom jet engine. I installed a additional safety measure there, so that those fragile rotor blades won't be the only means of producing lift. And down you go. Oh well. Looks like I only have 1 Alligator left in the air. And a few Salamander anti-submarine helicopters there in the distance. Still active though. How are those gunships doing, by the way? They should repair their rotor blades and then ascend to the surface. I wonder if they are doing just that. What a shame. Oh yeah, guess what? Block placement and repair is disabled because I'm not in a tile that belongs to me or adjacent to one that belongs to me. So...
Listening.
You're basically lost to me now. Anyway, this lone alligator here is chasing the Victoria around. It has taken some damage, quite a lot actually. The 2 cockpits in the front are non-existent. Although its missile armament is still online and looks like its guns are reloading. In any case, I still have the Salamanders here, which are providing excellent support with their large torpedoes. And there we go, good hit. And apparently it looks like those guns have been disabled, and the Victoria is almost defenseless. Well, I'd say almost. There is 1 simple weapon still active, one of those double-barreled 40mm anti-aircraft guns. Ah, you missed. Ha! Lucky for you though, there's another target, which is in shallow waters. The Sacrilego, a steel strider logistic vessel, now run aground. After moving into a neighboring tile, well, one that's neighboring my own, that is, the Alligator is getting repaired again. And let's see, so this is the tile that is neighboring mine, and this is where those Alligator gunships crashed. Yeah. Most unfortunate. You know what? I might as well call back the Salamanders to another target. Maybe they can move into this tile here, where there's a kind of, what do you call this, archipelago? Probably. Anyway, yeah, all those little islands around here in the shallow waters, they should then repair themselves if everything goes to plan. Sadly, they have to cross the firing arcs of the Victoria's anti-aircraft armament, though most of it is disabled anyway. So yeah, although the Victoria is now dead in the water, I am not going to capture it. I always try to never actively capture any vessels. I don't like it. It may take a little while before the Alligator gunship here has used its rapid-fire pea shooter armament to whittle this Victoria ship down, but so be it. You know, since the Victoria isn't much of a threat now, maybe I could reassign targets to
Engaging now.
this Revox material factory. Yeah, that should be much better. And I'll let the Salamanders deal with this stranded Sacrilego. Oh, what a sorry sight. It has run aground on what looks like to be a sandbank, and now its bow is being ripped open by continuous torpedo strikes. Actually, you know what?
Listening.
You are being annoying. Come on. Turn this flying crocodile around. Oh, well, it's an alligator, not a crocodile. There's a difference, I've heard. And yep. Basically deal with this Sacrilego, since it does have active defensive armament, most notably this missile launcher here. The Alligator does have decoys, though they do not work 100% of the time. Oh, and the lambs! Those are some strange maneuvers. Seriously. Here's a pro tip for you. A sonar buoy is only effective when it is actually submerged in the water. Now, due to me setting up the height above ground for those Salamander helicopters to be significantly higher than the one above water, this means that the sonar buoy does not indeed is submerged in water. I know it isn't much of a design oversight, more like I never expected them to fight over land, you know, because you don't launch torpedoes when on land. Alright, that's it for the Sacrilego. The Alligator can now proceed to deal with this Revox material factory, while the Salamanders yep, have already targeted the Victoria, just as they should. Okay, let's see here. Is this one submerged in the water? Yes, it is. It is partially submerged in the water. Okay then, go for it. Oh. Incoming. Some get zapped, some evaded, and some are being outright face-tanked. That is a strategy as well, believe me. At some point during the battle, which I have unfortunately missed, the Victoria has been dealt with, and the Revox material factory apparently as well. So, now it is probably time to drag those two Alligator gunships out of the water, capture this terrain tile, and then move ahead to see what awaits us next. Oh, I know! How about we let the Jolly Roger take down another Raven's Nest? Let's see how much damage it takes this time. So, here we go! Jolly Roger and friends versus Great Talon Fortress Round 2. This time, however, Jolly Roger has received another friend in the form of the Reaper gunship. This is an old unit of mine, a very, very old unit, which I have refurbished and given a little bit of a retrofit. So, let's do this. I hope the fire support coming from the Predator gunship provided by iPersons is going to be very valuable. And yep, this is the Reaper gunship. 150mm belt-fed frag cannons and frag missiles combined with EMP, as well as some large EMP glide bombs and a LAMS. All in one well-armored and surprisingly maneuverable package. Still not painted though. Okay then, oh yeah, an alchemist's nest. As usual, this is the first unit to spawn in when engaging one of those Grey Talon fortresses. Still, one of the most beautifully looking structures here in Nita. Okay, the Alchemist's lair is despawning. This means that next up should be the Raven's Nest. Oh yeah, I have lowered the battle volume a little bit. This means that the Jolly Roger won't go into the fight straight away. I'll probably let the gunships here handle this one first and see how they perform. Yeah, as I thought, no Jolly Roger as of yet. So here we have the Raven's Nest, which has taken some damage in a fight against the Scarlet Dawn. It was at 93% earlier. Boy. Where are your Ducker dispensers? Oh, there they are, opening up. Nice. Yeah, they were reloading. Oh, almost all of this firepower is getting intercepted by the Raven's Nest LAMS. Ah yeah, this is a problem. I wonder how long the Reaper can hold out against this kind of firepower, since the Predator gunships don't seem to be targeted at all. Oh no, I was wrong. They are being targeted. And hit. Oh no. Don't. Please don't. Oh, yeah, you recovered. Nice. Okay then. Let's see how we can deal with this. Well, fortress. Yep. The forces are still holding out strong, though I've been hit and now the Call of Duty effect has been applied. My screen is all dirty, apparently. Yeah, the Predator gunships are doing surprisingly fine, considering they're up against a whole fortress that spams missiles. Though one of them has unfortunately found its resting place in the waves here. Just glad that the Raven's Nest doesn't have torpedoes. So, looks like I won't need the Jolly Roger after all. Maybe this band of gunships can deal with this Raven's Nest on their own. Though saying that, the Reaper has taken a lot of damage. Yeah, especially its underside is significantly weaker armored than its front or its topside. So we'll see how that plays out. But for now, it probably needs to reload its guns. Yeah, taken a lot of damage there. Missile racks, however, still operational. And decoy launchers as well. Now that's good to see. Though saying that, see, there was a metal before there, before this heavy armor. Now that the metal has been stripped away, all that remains is the heavy armor, and this one is providing a much bigger radar signature. So I fear that at this point decoys won't be as effective as they were when the Reaper still had its metal plating. Does that make sense? I sure hope so. Anyway, Ducker dispensers are once again online and reloaded, and are dispensing sweet, sweet firepower onto the Raven's Nest. Yes! And an EMP strike there, coming from a particle accelerator cannon, mounted on the Predators. Although saying that, looks like another one has flipped. Oh, no, it's... No, it's... I thought something is wrong with this one, but it looks like we have an ace pilot here. Ah, those are some interesting maneuvers. Maybe not. Yep, the Reaper is still flying and firing, even at 85%. So, looks like this one is still winnable. Although the Raven's Nest is not yet defeated, it does still have its missile armament as well as some APS guns. Though saying that, looks like the majority of its weapon systems has been, well, basically disabled. It's still firing though. Where are we? 70%. Yep. I think it's time to bring in the main attraction. Having been heavily damaged beforehand, now is the time to return the favor. I mean, not beforehand, but in the battle before. The Jolly Roger is on the field. Correction, the Jolly Roger is in the water. I messed up. No. Yeah, so much for payback, I guess. Well, this is awkward. This is surely enough a ship, though it is supposed to be an airship. You know what? Never mind. It can still fire, though. Its main guns on the bottom do have enough gun, well, elevation to reliably hit the Raven's Nest. So, yeah. Looks like this is it. The Jolly Roger has now been promoted to a proper ship instead of an airship. Or is this a demotion? I don't know. Anyway, I'll take it. And yeah, since all of those guns are able to hit the Raven's Nest, I can safely say that this Grey Talon Fortress days are numbered. Oh, this is so stupid. But hey, if it works in the water, I'm perfectly happy with this situation. By the way, someone, I'm sorry I forgot your name, asked in the comments if I could set the Jolly Roger up to basically turn around once its cram cannons on one side have been damaged and basically use the cram cannon broadside on the other side. Yes, that would be possible by setting up two maneuver routines. One is broadside right and the other one is broadside left. However, I have not figured out yet how to make it automatically switch broadsides and how to detect if one side of cram cannons have been damaged. I'll look into that though, since this sounds like an interesting, well, an interesting way of making these all broadside or fixed broadside guns unit work more effectively. Oh yeah, thank you for your comment, by the way. This has given me much to think about, and I'll see if I can come up with something in the designer in the future. Though for now, enjoy this perfectly stable and perfectly functional pirate ship, which is supposed to fly, I promise, but not this time. Nope, totally not this time. Yeah, who needs an airship when a normal ship can do the job just fine? The Raven's Nest is despawning. That was weird, but hey, it worked. Yeah, maybe
Listening. Moving out.
one would think now that I could outfit the Jolly Roger with some ion thrusters, though I don't think I do have the engine power to basically power those reliably. I don't think so. Alright. Problems. In the form of an arrow tyrant. This one has now blockaded my light carrier of the Polaris class, and suffice to say that this light carrier stands no chance against an arrow tyrant. Need some proof? Well, here is your proof.
Receiving.
Aha! I'm smart. I'm behind you now.
Receiving.
Okay, there we go. And let's take a beating. Yeah, totally not a bug. Ouch. The Arrow Tyrant, by the way, is well, victorious.
Receiving.
Alright then. Light Carrier Polaris.
Receiving.
Somehow you spontaneously disintegrated upon spawning. So, where is the nearest base? All the way down here? Well, there you go.
Receiving. Receiving. Moving
So, what do we have here? Manatee. Oh! Looks like the Fund Police has arrived. Lots of little aircraft. And a Typhoon. Yeah. Anyway, looks like I have to deal with this Arrow Tyrant in the next episode. And then I think we'll deploy this still unnamed AA cruiser and see how it does against the Arrow Tyrant, alongside with some escorts and maybe even this lovely battleship Cerberus. Anyway, I am der Heizmeister. I hope you have enjoyed this episode of From the Depths Quest for Nita, and I hope I'll see you next time on the Azure Seas of Nita. Take care and goodbye.